Hello, very beautiful, beloved soul friends. Welcome to another Conversations with Kristin, that beautiful time of your day where you explore the unconscious mind from the inside out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. So today I'd like to explore the neuroscience of agitation, especially in response to sudden sounds or flashing lights. And we'll explore kind of agitation in general and then specifically in response to these forms of stimulus. So agitation is a response from the activation of implicit memory systems in association with the attachment need regarding a felt sense of safety and security. And so if you're like on a walk, right, and you're like, super chillin', super walking, super chillin', and then suddenly there's this like high-pitched beeping sound from some alarm, okay, and it's like a high-pitched shriek, and maybe it's like beep, 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 and not even like continuous or something, but there's like some kind of alarm. Inside of you, whether it's in your body or your mind or both, there may be some sense of agitation or irritability or tension. And that is a neurophysiological response as stimulus is being processed through neurobiological data of the unconscious mind, and it filters through all of these different systems, these different aspects of personhood. And at the baseline of all of these aspects of personhood within the unconscious mind are attachment systems. And within all of the different needs of these attachment systems, one system really focuses on a felt sense of safety and security and provision and protection. And so when the stimulus comes through, it ignites data in relationship with that system's needs. And because it holds a sharp frequency of stimulus, and you can find out more about that in another one of my videos that talks about the vibrational frequency of stimulus, a concept I've developed, because it has a sharp vibrational frequency of stimulus, it comes in and it provokes a large array of activations, and it's more likely to activate lower vibrational data. So even if you feel safe in your everyday life, there could be this one little nugget of like deeply housed unconscious data within the neurobiological intel of your unconscious mind, and a sharp frequency, like a sudden high-pitched loud alerting sound like an alarm, would come in and activate that data. And so you might move through life and you're like, I'm safe and I'm secure and I feel at ease and like I got this and I don't feel hurried, I don't feel rushed, I feel like everything's okay, man, everything's all right. But then all of a sudden the stimulus comes in and then you're like, oh my God, it just really bugs me. Like I just feel like an underlying sense of agitation. Like I was on this peaceful walk and now I'm feeling just a little bit frustrated. It's because the stimulus, this sharp frequency stimulus, comes in and activates this deeply housed data that's existing and operating beyond all awareness. The subconscious activations are directly experienced by parts of consciousness, subconscious parts, but the conscious mind has zero access to this stuff, zero awareness that it's going on. And so you might feel like an after effect of like, I feel a little bit frustrated, or I feel a little bit agitated, or I feel a little bit like a little more irritable than I was. But that's just the result of what's happening subconsciously. What's happening subconsciously? Stay. What's happening subconsciously is the stimulus comes in and provokes all of these varieties of activations, and your subconscious parts are directly experiencing that data intel as it ignites. And so you've got this information inside of your unconscious mind, and you've got all of this vast expanse array of sensational data within attachment systems regarding the fulfillment of attachment needs from the moment of birth until your current moment of existence. And then you have all of these memory systems housing the particulars of your life experiences stored through vibrational associations. And then you've got all of these meaning-making associations that draw automated conclusions or subceptions, subconscious perceptions. It's a word I've created. All of these subceptions where conclusions regarding self and life have been drawn from the memories, and the memories have been filed in according with the fulfillment of attachment needs. And stimulus comes in and ignites all of this data that parts experience directly. And then you don't know about that, but your parts are directly in the battle of that. And so you might feel a sense of agitation, but your parts are feeling, I'm not safe, 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 I'm not safe. That's what your parts are going through. But you don't know about that because it's happening in your unconscious mind as neurobiological data ignites and is experienced first-handedly directly by parts of consciousness who are in this whole reality that exists and operates beyond all direct perception and immediate awareness. And so when you're moving through life, these sensations of agitation and frustration arise, but they're only clues of consciousness about what's actually happening deeper beneath the surface. The agitation that's sensed up here is just one little bitty baby teeny tiny piece of what's actually happening in the unconscious mind. Because what happens is the stimulus comes in, it's got a sharp frequency, it takes you by surprise, it's loud, it's sudden, it comes in, it goes through your attachment systems, it ignites feelings of unsafety, and then what happens is that vibrational frequency of I don't feel safe. And it's not that specific because it's a vibration. It's so abstract. It doesn't have an explicit specificity within the linguistic descriptor of it. But in general, it would be something along the vibrational frequency of unsafety. And so that vibrational frequency then travels up through memory systems. And then all memories throughout your entire life where there was a felt sense of unsafety ignite and become projected directly into experiences of subconscious parts. And so you're on a walk and you're feeling peaceful and you're feeling calm, and then suddenly a sharp sound comes in, and in your unconscious mind, your parts are feeling a very deep sense of unsafety. And then every moment where you felt that sense of unsafety from the moment of your birth until the present moment of your existence are activationally igniting and being projected into the reality of subconscious parts. So that one time where you were at the store and someone got a little too close up into your business and you felt a little threatened, that moment is being projected into your reality of subconscious parts. That one moment where you were walking across a bridge and suddenly one of the little beams on it broke and fell through and you thought you were going to die, like that moment is being projected directly into the experience of subconscious parts. They are reliving these particulars of life experience where there was a piece of attachment need that was not fulfilled. Because when a piece of attachment need is not fulfilled within a current moment of experience, the data does not integrate. So if you move through life and you're suddenly startled, that moment of experience does not go through effective integrative processes, which means that the piece of data that transmutes from an experiential element into a piece of memory data does not get filed away effectively. There's disintegration or a lack of connection within that data. The data it holds and or the way that it connects with other data lacks healthy connections. There's not ease within the energetic flow of it. And when this happens again and again, it creates dis-ease within the vibrational flows of the unconscious mind. Okay, so when you are startled by something, when there is a sharp frequency that comes in and the result is a sense of agitation, anger, frustration, irritability, impatience, feeling rushed, feeling hurried, feeling worried, feeling anxious, feeling tense, any of those types of clues of consciousness, it means that that vibrational frequency of stimulus was at a certain vibration, that it came in and activated a sense of unsafety, or it activated a corner of the attachment system regarding a felt sense of safety, security, and protection in a way that it ignited data that's stored in that system where that fulfillment, that attachment need was not fulfilled. And then that energy travels up to your memory systems and activates all kinds of data with the same vibrational frequency. And so that moment where you felt unprotected, or that moment where you felt unsafe, or that moment where you felt insecure, like in terms of like security, not like confidence, but like security, those, all of the memories from your entire life, become activated and projected directly into the experience of subconscious parts. And then that data goes and ignites various meaning-making associations, and then your parts of consciousness are experiencing all kinds of conclusions about the self and the world that you live in beyond your awareness. So a part of your consciousness, beyond what you can directly perceive, could be feeling, oh my God, I'm not worthy of safety. Oh my God, I'm not worthy of protection. Oh my goodness, this world is not a safe place to live in. But you don't experience that message. Your subconscious parts do, through energetic vibrational frequencies of abstract data activated in the unconscious mind. You don't know about that. And they do not have an ability to articulate it with such explicit specificity. They don't experience it as, oh, I'm not feeling safe. They experience it as in a way that produces a feeling of it's very abstract, it's implicit, it's energetic, it's vibrational, it's not explicit. The words I'm saying here are explicit. Something like that's more implicit. That's closer to what they're experiencing. And so it's all energetic, it's all vibration, it's all abstract, it's all implicit. They don't have an ability to put it into explicit physicality or external reality or a linguistic narrative or a summarized description. They don't have that ability. That ability doesn't exist in the unconscious mind. That ability doesn't exist in the subconscious realms. It's not there. It's not there. It doesn't exist. It only exists up here, but up here doesn't know about what's down there. No, without like a lot of practice of like reaching in and being like, what's down there in my unconscious mind? And that can be done through things like meditation and self-hypnosis and stuff, especially when you do them for long periods of time, every day for extended periods of time. Then you can learn how to reach into your unconscious mind, which is what I've been doing the past 2 years. But it's not something that comes easy, and it's hard and it's difficult, and it's definitely not something that comes natural. And so our conscious mind doesn't know what's going on down there. But this is the reality of what's actually happening. So when you're on a walk and you hear a sharp sound that comes in, your result is, I just feel like a little agitated. That is one teeny tiny piece of what's happening. Your parts are feeling the projection of unsafety and a lack of protection and a lack of security. And then they're experiencing all of these associative projections regarding all the times that was felt throughout your entire life. And then they're experiencing all these projections regarding what that actually means about who they are and the world that they live in. And you just feel, just feel a little bugged right now. Like I just feel like a little agitated. But that is just one tiny piece of what's actually happening, okay? Another example is a flashing light, okay? And so, like, if you're, it could be in any kind of situation. If you're, like, in your bedroom and you have, like, a piece of technology and it flashes when it turns on or something, it's just like a blinking light, okay? You might feel just a sense of frustration. You might want to like cover it up or like not look at it because it kind of just bugs you to see that. Like you don't even know why, but there's just this very subtle sense of like, ugh, can you not? Just this very subtle sense of agitation or irritability or frustration or impatience. It's because it holds a sharp vibrational frequency of stimulus, and that comes in and it's more likely to activate lower vibrational data within the unconscious mind. So even if you normally feel very safe and very secure and very protected and very provided for, that sharper piece of stimulus, that sharper frequency of stimulus is going to come in and rattle up the subconscious mind as it activates lower vibrational data that's been very deeply secreted within the unconscious mind as neurobiological stuff. All the cells in our body hold information, and so then it ignites this sense within the attachment system regarding a felt sense of safety and security and protection and provision, and it ignites data where that attachment you is not fulfilled, and then parts are feeling like they're not safe, and then that goes in and activates all these other memory systems. And so you're just out here and you're like, I see a blinking light and I feel slightly bugged, and that's all you know. That's all you know. You don't know anything else because it's happening beyond awareness, because being human is miraculous. And so what's actually happening is that vibrational frequency of stimulus has come in and your subconscious parts are feeling these abstract sensations of, I don't think I'm safe. And then they're feeling these abstract sensations regarding all of these associations of memory system data, experiential elements that are processed in terms of vibrational association within memory systems. And then they're experiencing all kinds of stuff here. And the feeling of agitation you get is a result of the vibrational frequencies that are occurring and being ignited within the unconscious mind beyond awareness. But subconscious parts, this is what's most important. This is what's most important, soul friends. This is what's absolutely most important. Subconscious parts are directly experiencing the activation of that data. Subconscious parts are directly experiencing the activation of that data, and they have no ability to distinguish projections from themselves, and they have no ability to distinguish projections of past intel from the actual present moment. And this is why it is so important to tune in with our clues of consciousness and respond to them accordingly. Because if you're just moving through life and you sense agitation and you just brush it off, you're missing an opportunity to attune with the parts of your self-essence who comprise the majority of you. Our self up here who's conscious about what's happening and is aware about what's happening is a teeny tiny fraction of the parts in our subconscious and unconscious experiencing life beyond awareness and direct perception. And so if we notice agitation and we just keep moving through our days focused on the explicit, obvious particulars of physicality and this outer reality, then we are abandoning the majority of who we are. And of course, we don't know that, right? It's all happening beyond awareness. We don't know that that's what's happening. We don't have access to it directly. And so that's why it's important to explore this healing journey of life in new ways. So when you notice a sensation of agitation or frustration or angst or irritability or anger or impatience or tension, take a moment to take a really big deep breath and affirm to your inner experiencer, I am safe. You are safe. Every part of me is safe. Because they don't have an understanding that this is just a flashing light. They don't experience this outer reality. They're only experiencing the inner reality. They don't understand the stimulus. They understand the activation of subconscious data provoked by the stimulus. Okay, you get that? That's really important to get. Subconscious parts of the inner experiencer, they don't get the explicit piece of stimulus. They don't perceive a blinking light. They only understand how that stimulus provoked subconscious activations. They're experiencing the subconscious activations as the stimulus moves through the subconscious realms. They're not like, oh, that's a blinking light. They're like, oh my God, I feel unsafe, I feel unsafe. They're only experiencing the vibrations that are resulting in the unconscious mind from that stimulus. And so tuning in with that reality and just taking a moment to breathe deeply, relax the muscles in your body, and affirm to your inner experiencer, your parts of consciousness directly encountering sensations of life beyond your awareness, I am safe. You are safe. Every part of me is safe. I am secure. You are secure. Every part of me is secure. I am protected. You are protected. Every part of me is protected. All is well in this moment. Okay? And then see what that does. See how that shifts your inner energetic experience. See what change that provokes within you instead of just brushing it off as just a generic sensation that is irrelevant and you just need to like keep moving through your day because you got stuff to do. Okay? So just really encourage you to tune in with that flow of consciousness. whether it comes up from, like a sharp piece of stimulus with like a blinking light or a sudden sound or like something like that, or whether it comes up in relational encounters. Like if you're having an interaction with a person and you start to feel agitated, it's because some particular of the stimulus within that interaction provoked these sensations within your subconscious. And when you're interacting with people, there's a high likelihood of things holding a heavyweight stimulus because of the thickness of the frequency within those particulars. And again, to explore more about that, you can explore my other video talking about the vibrational frequency of stimulus and the effect it has on the unconscious mind. Okay, so clues of consciousness are when our conscious self can notice little pieces that indicate what's happening deeper within our unconscious mind, and we can use those clues to connect with our inner experiencer in a way that helps parts of ourselves feel seen and cared for. So take time to slow down in your days, and when you notice any kind of sensation of frustration, agitation, impatience, irritability, angst, anger, tension, anxiety, take a moment to connect with yourself, connect with your breath, connect with your inner experiencer, the parts of you encountering life beyond what you immediately perceive, and create space to connect with the fulfillment of that attachment need by affirming the safety, security, and protection that is here and now within the energetic vibrational frequency of your personal experience. And then see how that shifts your experience, and see if you can dive deeper into creating those feelings or the vibrational frequency of that message for your subconscious parts to plant energetic seeds of data to help heal that underlying attachment need. Because when attachments are totally fulfilled, those sensations will never arise. When attachment needs are completely fulfilled, when the need for a felt sense of safety is 100% max, peaked, totally topped off, there will never be sensations of agitation no matter what the stimulus is. Pretty wild, right? And so anytime they're activated, it's an opportunity to reprogram that piece of the unconscious mind. Because when you create vibrational frequencies of feeling safe and secure, you plant these energetic seeds of vibrational data within your unconscious mind, and it grows and raises the vibrational frequency of the data housed in there. And if you do this again and again and again, you'll eventually heal that underlying attachment need that has not been fully met. And then no matter what stimulus comes in, it will not activate a sense of agitation because what was creating that has been healed and transformed. Anytime there's a sense of agitation, frustration, impatience, irritability, tension, angst, anger, tension, anxiety, it's a clue that there's a corner of the unconscious mind that doesn't feel safe. And it has been feeling that way for an indefinite period of time. It could be decades that vibrational frequency has been there in the unconscious mind. And so when you respond to the clue of consciousness, instead of dismissing it, you plant these energetic seeds of vibrational data within your unconscious mind that gradually transmute that. So eventually it will never be activated again because it won't exist. It won't exist. So anytime it's activated, anytime neural networks are activated, they're being rewired. So every time you're anxious or frustrated or agitated, the neural networks generating that feeling are activated. And if you respond to the clues of consciousness by harnessing your power through love and presence, then you rewire the neural networks creating that sensation for healing so that eventually that agitation will not be experienced anymore. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty wild. So there's a valid reason that you're experiencing angst, anger, frustration, agitation, irritability, impatience, etc. And when you can use the understanding of that clue of consciousness to rewire your unconscious mind and help your subconscious parts, life experience starts to transform. And then you suddenly feel like you got this super mega magic superpower, because all the stuff that used to bug you doesn't bug you because you found out why it was bugging you. It had nothing to do with the stuff and everything to do with the programming of your unconscious mind. And now you've rewired that data in your neural networks, and now all parts of you are just having greater ease and flow within life experience because what was producing that frustration had nothing to do with the stimulus and everything to do with the wiring of the subconscious realms. And now that's been rewired, and boom, there's no more agitation no matter what happens throughout what life throws at you. It's a superpower. It's really a superpower. So take time to connect with your experiencer. Take time to listen to the clues of consciousness and respond from a place of personal power embodiment. You got this. You're worth it. You're worth investing in. Every part of you is worthy of loving liberation. So thank you so much for tuning in to this Conversations with Kristin. It's been a blessed honor to connect with you and share this super magical insight I've gained. If you'd ever like to connect one-on-one through a consciousness consulting call and dive deeper into your personal healing journey, I would be honored to connect with you and serve as a healing journey guide so you can have greater clarity about what's happening within your unconscious mind and specified directionality and guidance regarding how to respond to what's happening in the unconscious mind so you can rewire your neurobiology, liberate your consciousness, and transform life experience from the inside out, and then have all of the loving empowerment and tricks and tools to use what you've learned so that you actually have a way to move forward in a way that feels good. Healing should feel good. Every step of it is allowed to feel good and then feel better and then feel better and then feel better. And then move forward in a way that feels good so that you can use these insights to create some profound transformation in your life. Okay, soul friends? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. If you liked hanging out, if you gained something from this video, if you just want to spread some overall positivity in the world, I invite you to hit the like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate your support on my channel as I share my healing journey messages. Thank you for being here, soul friends, and thank you for being you. Namaste, beloveds. The divine love and light in my miraculous consciousness. See and honor the divine love and light in your miraculous consciousness. Blessings, beautiful beings. Have a beautiful, glory-filled day, and I will see you next time.